always wished this area had not changed because I thought it was so great, you know. I recall when I lived here, I lived on right up the street on 32nd and Holly on the corner.
Kind of right by Holly Square.
And this was a metropolis then. It was just anything and everything that any neighborhood would desire, black, white, green, or yellow. Because everything was there at their fingertips there.
Right there at the Holly, different businesses.
The different businesses, the restaurants, the clubs, the bowling rinks, skating rinks. Everything was where we're sitting here and over there where the campus is. Over there at the campus. Well, see, I started writing a novel because each sentence when you said, tell me about yourself, I started writing a whole 3 or 4 chapters on that. But no, but anyway, my name is Shirley Bryant-Phillips, hyphenated. And I was born in Colorado Springs, Colorado, 84 years ago. Didn't know my biological mother until 60-some years later. Apparently I was born a sickly child. And my parents lived on 23rd and Welton. At that time, my father and stepmother and my siblings.
Okay.
And
so for your teenage years, that's where you grew up?
Pretty much.
What?
Pretty much.
What was that like?
It was interesting to me. I walked from there to Cole Junior High every day. And walked through the 5 Points area. Went to Cole Junior High, continuated from Cole Junior High, and went to Manual.
Got it.
Cole Junior High was experiencing some problems, but I didn't see them as racial. I saw them as you do in most schools today, bullies.
Gotcha.
And they seemed to pick on new people. I was a new people. So I had to establish myself real fast. Told a whole lot of scary lies to them to keep them off of me.
And what was Manual like at the time?
I thought it was heaven, and everybody that went there died and gone to heaven because we were so totally integrated. We had probably more Asian and Japanese people, like, a few Spanish, blacks, but we were one family. So
yeah, I mean, it was a good experience.
Very good experience.
After high school, where did life take you?
Let me see, to marriage, to motherhood, to family, to abuse. I had 3 children, and I went through quite a bit of this evil there, but I kept myself. For some reason, I had a strong spirit, independent spirit, so I wasn't going to allow too much abuse or anything to occur. It finally reached its climax. Thank God no one was killed, but it came to that point.
Really? And that was from your husband?
Yes. But I had the opportunity to go to college, and I took that opportunity, and I went to CU.
Got it. So went to college a little later?
Yeah. And the strange thing about going there later is this was during the period of young people not trusting anyone over 30.
Okay.
But I became president of the Black Student Alliance.
Really? So, what did that entail? Like, what did you...
Well, all universities, I guess, have their little sections, of sororities, this, that, and the other, and this was a organization that black students on campus had a word or a venue, a spokesperson for the university at large.
And that was you?
That was me.
So did you have like rallies or marches?
Yeah, we had rallies, we had marches, and if you go, we went back in the whatever they call it, the news thingamajigs, you probably find a lot of stuff on me because I was quite an activist.
Okay.
This was during the Martin Luther King area as well, you know, and the Vietnam War. And mostly, yeah, we held a lot of marches and stuff on that, you know, because the resistance towards it.
And how was that received? Like on campus or just from the...
Well, we closed down the campus.
Right on.
Regency was closed down. We took it over.
Yeah. And did, through the years living here, did you ever experience any type of racism, or what was your...
Among my own people, yeah. I still experience that. Because it's class-like, you know. If you don't think like them, then they're racist against you. You know, you think you're better, you this, that, and the other, and blah, blah, blah. I call a lot of names in here. But I'm an independent thinker.
Well, you are, and we came across this article. This is from the Park Hill Advertiser from 1987. And here on the front page, it says, "The Resurgence of Shirley Bryant." And it's got your picture here. Yeah. So what was this article about? What did they
This is when I had started pretty much the venture with Dick Gregory's products and developed Shirley Bryant Enterprises to get that off the ground and recruit representatives for the area.
Okay.
Yeah, and that was probably a resurgence from my college days when I was kind of a rebel. I don't know. I'm not sure what they're referring to.
Right here, front page. There you are.
Yeah, that kind of surprised me too. I'm like, wowzer, that was just given to me last night. So this is
Someone's been holding on to this?
Yes, yes. And she lives here, and she said, "I have something for you." She said, "I have something for you, but I just can't see myself coming up to the 4th floor." She was on the 3rd floor.
That's a long way
yes,
away.
long. But anyway, she got it to me last night, and I really, really enjoyed it because I hadn't thought about this stuff in years and years. Martin had came here and spoke at one of the churches, and someone decided to pick up a rally, the black kids, basically because they learned a whole lot about racism that they didn't know, because they were exposed through the TV, which I was too. I had no idea what was going on in the rest of the world, but it came to light through TV, and so you have some children that want to be activists or something, and they went the wrong way and they tore up their own neighborhood. And of course, I was not my activism thing, but I was really upset. Why in the hell are you tearing down your own neighborhood? You're not angry with us. You're angry with them. Why didn't you go over there?
So that was happening in the neighborhood.
That's when it started really just going down. Now I do remember the racism that was in the neighborhoods as far as housing was concerned. That blacks couldn't live. I think she lives somewhere close around in here now. You couldn't live there then. Back in the day when I was coming up, you couldn't live in this area beyond York.
Okay.
And
so you tried. Was there a time where you couldn't live beyond York, and then it kind of opened up, and everybody tried to go that way?
Absolutely, yeah. Because they figured if you got to York, you would have arrived as far as, you know, what do you call it, status, whatever.
Trying to get to York.
Yeah, trying to get to York. And I remember as a child, the closest we got to York was to Gaylord.
Okay. Almost.
Yeah, almost made it. That's what we said, almost made it.
I mean, so did you grow up going to church?
Well, until I came here to live with my father and my stepmother. They were not really religious, but we did go to church that was convenient in the neighborhood, which was Central Baptist Church at that particular time. But today, that's why I hold on to that. And I thank God. My prayer daily is thanking you for each day, and for Him directing my path and ordering my steps, my thoughts and my words in His way, because then I'll know I'll go in the right way. And let me follow those, you know. And I tell him all the time, I said, I'm a spoiled brat, and I know it. I do. This is the way I talk to him because he's my father.
Yeah.
What I would say at this point in looking back over my life, that my faith was the basis of everything. Had I not been indoctrinated in my faith and the fear of God, I can't tell you where I would have ended up. I really can't tell you.